Hello everyone, welcome aboard. So again, we have brought you the new session of the current affairs, and this session has been brought to you by Himalaya IAS classes. If you want to join IAS 2021 batch or KS exam batch in English or Kannada medium, you can always visit www.himalayaiasclasses.com, or you can reach out to us on this given number. So before we start significance of current affairs, we all know prelims, you have straightforward questions from the current affairs. Mains, you have use of current affairs points indirectly and indirectly in the answers of the question. Essay, where you have to write multiple dimensions of a topic. There you need to have a good grasp of the current affairs or understanding of the topic. Plus current affairs is mostly interviews based on the current affairs topics or contemporary issues. Before we start with the today's session, so I want you to all of you to know that UPSC has released the date of the prelims examination. So the date for the prelims examination they have announced is going to be 4th of October 2020, and mains will be on 8th of January 2021. So 4th of October is your next prelims date. So please prepare accordingly. You have good time since then. So this is, as of now, we are talking in June beginning, right? So you have June, July, August, September, full 4 months. Okay. And then in the October, you have to appear for the exam in the first week. Okay. So plan wisely. Now, starting with the first item for today, it's about India-China dialogue. So continuous dialogue is happening in order to resolve the conflicts which have happened in the LAC, line of actual control area. So this is the continuous theme. We have discussed it from last many days continuously. Syllabus part of international relations, which is the part of general studies paper 2. So these are the three areas: Galwan, Pangong, Tase, Gogra. So this is a new name. Gogra is also located in Ladakh. Please do remember. And this is the first ever talk which is happening at the level of lieutenant generals. Okay, so it's a serious talk, and it is a sensitive issue where they want to restore the status quo on the LAC, okay, and to avoid this standoff situation and these areas in Ladakh. The Nakula area of Sikkim is not in the agenda of discussion as of now, so talk is confined to these three areas of Ladakh. Then next article of today talks about the reforms in the defense sector, and it says that to apply Swiss cheese methodology. Okay, so prelims, it is part of internal security, and internal security is part of general studies paper 3. So Swiss cheese model is nothing but, imagine you are assume a burger, and in that you have three different layers of something. So in Swiss cheese model, if you want to find out the mistakes or problems in any function, arrangement, so then you see, break it into the layer and see the problems of each layer, then you can find the whole problem. So here the three layers this article talks about is the policy making, which is Department of Military Affairs and Ministry of Defense. Then research and development and manufacturing. So this is basically DRDO manufacturing. Mostly it is with the government organization and doesn't happen much in India. Then the three services is the third layer. Okay. So first thing what it is, article is trying to say that single service war is less likely now. Like single service means only army is going and fighting, or only air force, or only navy. So we need synergy in all three services, and the right step has been taken by the creation of Force of Chief of Defense Staff, which last year it got created. Then the next layer so comes from the R&D and manufacturing. There we need equipment for defense, and we have heavy import bill. So we must create the defense manufacturing capability at home. Then the third thing about the three services, basically this is also about this synergy or bringing cooperation, is about the theater command. So theater command is something we have one integrated theater command in Andaman and Nicobar. Okay, so here all three services, okay, becomes part of one chain of command, and there, like, rather than one unit fighting alone, all three fight together, let it be army, navy, or the air force. So these are the defense reform at three stages: one at the policy level, CDS; second at the manufacturing level; and third at the integration between the three services this article talks about. Next two articles today are about US-China relations. So conflict in the US-China relations, people are calling it on the verge of new Cold War even. Okay, that they are indirectly, these two countries are in the state of war. So this article talks about that. Syllabus wise, it is part of international relation. Mains, it is part of general studies paper 2. So please remember this new Cold War term. It is being used between US and China. Sometimes UPSC will just ask you this. Recently seen in news, this term relates to. So we have seen there are trade restrictions among the two countries. Now flights have been also restricted. Let it be going from US to China or from China to US. Over the Hong Kong autonomy, again Chinese have passed a bill suppressing the autonomy of the Hong Kong region, and US has removed the special status of Hong Kong as a trade partner. Then China is developing their alternative trading system. You all heard about it, which is Belt and Road Initiative. They are trying to develop their own multilateral banking as against the World Bank and IMF. They are coming up with Asian Infrastructure, AIIB, Asian Investment and Infrastructure Bank, plus NDB, New Development Bank, which is being created under BRICS. Then they are creating their own digital communication infrastructure in terms of 5G, plus they are coming up with their own digital payment system. You would have heard about WeChat or Alipay. Okay, so this all is sort of a challenge to the US hegemony or the position which US has enjoyed, and US is also trying to counter this Chinese influence in various areas. So these are the situations which are coming up. We have to tread cautiously. Okay, so again, this problem between the two countries, they are not involving directly as the Cold War days, like directly fighting in any other area, but in the terms of trade and restrictions, the situation is almost like that. Okay. The next article today is 5th of June, World Environment Day. Okay, and it talks about the alternative protein system, and this is the part of environmental science, and that is also part of in the mains general studies paper 3. So alternative protein is, as of now, see, all the protein which we consume, it is mostly from the animals. So animals, either you give them grazing like grass or fodder, or you produce fodder crops to feed them. Okay, and then those animals, they are used to create protein, maybe in the form of meat or maybe in the form of dairy products, and they together they bring more emission on the earth than the transport sector. Okay, so there are different initiatives. Sometimes in the EVS they have asked about it. So Food and Land Use Coalition, please read about it. It was created in 2017. Okay, it works in the area of FABL, food, agricultural, land resource, biodiversity, okay, energy. Then Lancet Commission, which was appointed to fight diseases. Okay, and so what it is trying to tell, it is like, see, this animal protein cannot be the only source, and it is not very sustainable in the long run. So we have to find alternative approaches to it. Okay, either going for other crops which can be utilized as a source of protein, or going to create some sort of protein which might be synthetic, let us say lab created, but which cost less to us in terms of environmental pollution. Okay, so in India, when we are trying to created farm factory solution, contract farming, or trying to develop our agriculture, so we don't need to follow the same model as has been followed by the Western country. We can directly stick to this more sustainable approach of future, which is of alternative protein. So this is a very important topic. Please do remember. Next important news today is about India-Australia meet. So in a virtual summit, Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi and Scott Morrison, who is the Australia Prime Minister, they have met. So syllabus-wise, part of international relations. International relations is the part of general studies, paper 2. So major points, they have signed a comprehensive strategic partnership agreement. Okay, so makes these two countries very strong partners, shows the level of commitment and trust. Then they have signed mutual logistic support agreement, MLSA. Please do remember this. A lot of time they will just ask you either this or this. India has signed this agreement with which country? So there both the armies can use each other's stations or rationing supplies or refueling, okay, for these purpose. Then they have also signed a document for shared vision for maritime cooperation into the Indo-Pacific. So see, Indo-Pacific region has become strategically more important, focus of the whole world, okay. So they are also, both Australia and India, they want like the laws of open sea to be followed. It should be open for everybody so that they can move freely in the sea. Plus also both the countries have agreed to conduct meetings in the 2+2 format. 2+2 is nothing but two portfolio, let's say foreign and defense, which has been chosen from one country and another country also, same minister for these two things. They will meet annually, biannually, and they will discuss. So this brings like more concreteness and more purpose in the agreements or talks. India also has this 2+2 format with the United States as well. So these are the major points from India-Australia Virtual Summit. Then next item today talks about internship scheme which has been launched for the graduate students in India. So schemes and programs frequently asked in the prelims examination. Also they are part of general studies paper 2. So the scheme which is being called as TULIP, the Urban Learning Internship Program. It will allow internship with the smart cities or urban local bodies. No guaranteed stipend. You don't know whether you'll get money or not, but this scheme will provide you experience, okay, will make you ready for the job in the future. And this scheme is being implemented by AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, and Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. So please remember TULIP, the Urban Learning Internship Program, where the internship opportunities will be provided in the smart cities and urban local bodies. Last news item for today, it is about Vaccine Alliance, which is known as Gavi. So International Vaccine Summit took place virtually again because of COVID thing, and there India pledged to give like $15 million to the Vaccine Alliance. So again, prelims wise, syllabus of part of international relation, which is in turn part of general studies paper 2. So please do remember this name, Gavi, okay, Global Alliance for Vaccine and Immunization. It is an international vaccine alliance. It is a public-private global health partnership. So, you know, a lot of UN agencies, World Bank, okay, World Health Organization, and private agencies, even like Melinda Gates Foundation, okay, they are also part of it. So please remember these two points about Gavi, Global Alliance for Vaccine and Immunization. So this was it for today's current affairs, guys. This is the list of do's and don'ts which you can follow in order to maximize your chances in the examination. And please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. So thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more videos on current affairs. Thank you.